MS began in my life in 2008. I loved my sport, loved my football especially. That's what I got up every morning for. I was a school jock, went and played for a VFL club in Port Melbourne. So it was a huge change for people that I haven't seen in a long time, especially to see me in a state that I was in. I was lucky to be working more of a desk job when I got my diagnosis. All I had was a bit of double vision, and that was corrected pretty easily with an eye patch at the time. 6 months after, my symptoms came back, not in the form of double vision, but I had trouble moving my legs. I guess I've been keeping my disease silent. It was invisible to most, and it wasn't until I was walking through the office and I fell flat on my face. It was then and there that I got in contact with MS Employment Services, and they were able to guide me through some different ways to help get me around. It means I can continue my employment, so I can get around with my colleagues. I get up every day to provide for my family, and it's with the great support of MS Employment Services that allow me to do that. And it's just the little help of some small little things that helped me keep my employment. My family are my rock. My wife, she's a very strong person. I remember distinctly asking her if she's still happy marrying the person that she said yes to only a few months before. And of course she said yes. My family are very much supportive in my recent diagnosis. A massive thank you, first and foremost, to those people that help support these type of services. The money doesn't grow on trees, and we certainly need as much support as we possibly can.
I suppose my MS story would begin, the week where I started feeling quite a lot of vertigo, and it culminated in a trip to the hospital. From having a very substantial career, being super fit and healthy and all sorts of things, and then next thing you know, I was completely stopped in my tracks. It was just one rude awakening to MS. When I finally got home, I was at home for many months. I'd become increasingly reliant on the children. I'd wait until they got home from school to even leave the house because I needed to lean on them. So I reached out to the services of MS. I spoke to people at Connect, and I was lucky enough to get put in contact with an occupational therapist. She came to my house, which was great, and directed me into how I could manage my MS better. Physiotherapy to assist with my balance issues and to manage the vertigo, and then putting in place proper sleeping patterns through the day to deal with fatigue. That made life for our family so much better as I started to improve. It was lovely to see the kids a bit happier. I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to have an occupational therapist to come and see me, and the fact that that was provided because someone donated, it means the world to me.
Before MS, I was aspiring to become an avid filmmaker, and I'd been having minor successes, like we won Tropfest in 2005, but then unfortunately later in that year I was diagnosed with MS, so it was a year of highs and lows essentially. Back in 2006 maybe was probably the worst time that I've ever had with MS, because my symptoms were just going bonkers, and my legs were going, and my eyes were going, and my brain was going, and everything was just going crazy. I couldn't work out what I'd done. It felt like MS was firing or burning, and it was the fear that was probably driving me to contact MS Connect and speak with them. And I actually was connected with someone who suffered from MS himself, and it was nice to speak to someone who knew where I was coming from, and I've started feeling less alone, and I think that was very important, because in the beginning part I felt very alone. Now I feel part of a family. For people to kindly donate their money to that sort of thing out of the goodness of their hearts is really, really important.
My My MS story started about 17 years ago when I woke up with double vision. The next lot of symptoms happened years and years later. I didn't wake up in the morning and find that my legs didn't work. They just seemed to slowly get worse and worse. I used a walker initially, and then I went onto a scooter because it was a lot easier because I couldn't walk the distance. Then I thought, I've got to get off this damn scooter, I'll be on here forever. I contacted the MS Centre and they informed me about the gym that they had. I had some physiotherapists there who would help me to use the gym equipment as best I could. And they told me to start believing in myself, and from then on, I went from being on a scooter, and then one day I went in with my walker and they cheered. That was a big ego boost for me because it made me feel like I wasn't the only one. The MS Centre has helped me by giving me confidence in myself that I can do things. I'm back into driving my car. If somebody was sitting in front of me who's donated their time and money, I would give them the biggest hug I could possibly give them because they are wonderful and we could not exist without them.